Okay, welcome back. This is the part 2 of my garden patio, and I guess it's good that I ran out of time because that's mostly like it for my patio garden. I just wanted to show like a few things that I have and what I'm doing, and the rest of the things are not necessarily garden related, but it's just like other things that I have on my patio that are can give you like ideas for emergency preparedness. And on my patio, I do have these. I don't know if you can see. I'll turn around. I have my little charcoal on my patio, and this one in particular, you don't need a lot of fluid for. So that would be like great for emergencies if you need, like, if you want to keep some in your car, a bag, half a bag, or just throw some in a Ziploc bag to take with you in emergency situation. Just have them already in your emergency kit or something. Well, I guess you probably wouldn't because it smells. I mean, it already has the smell when you burn it. It's smelling like gasoline or something. I don't know what. I didn't really read to see, but I don't think you should store this like with your food necessarily. But you might just want to have it like in a separate container or something that's sealed up for just like emergency in your car. But yeah, I guess as far as it igniting or whatever, I probably have to do more research and read. But it's just a good idea, or even if you're in an emergency situation and you just need to like grab something to start a fire with. And I use these all summer, and it's really great. All you do is light your match, and just they just light up really easy and fast. You don't need lighter fluid. So I mean, I did buy some because I didn't know at the time what I was buying. But I also do have lighter fluid also on my patio because I didn't know that I didn't need any. But I bought some, and this is my little mini barbecue grill bucket that I use, and I actually do use those coals. It's just like easier for me to use that with this. And I have like my pot and soil mix here. I'm pretty sure I bought this from Walmart. I don't know what kind this is. It's a potting mix, and I do buy different kinds. It's just depending on what's available and how much it costs. And I do have like another one. I think it's like a topsoil. Yeah. I have like another one here just from Walmart. And as you can see, I do have like 2 piles of 5-gallon buckets. And I got these for free because there's like a local bakery shop here. And like one day I was just like walking from running my errands, and I saw there were like some in like the parking lot across the street from it. So I don't know if they just like dumped it there or somebody went and stole some buckets from their trash or whatever. But they were nothing was in them, and they still smelled like the mix that they used or whatever. So I think probably their trash was full and they just threw it across the street, or somebody came and grabbed them and thought they were going to use them for something and didn't. But either way, I got like a nice amount of them. I might have like 10, but I do have them stockpiled on my patio so that I can use for different things. Because like I said, I can during the summer it rained a lot, so I did use some to collect like rainwater. Right now they don't have anything in them, but I just kept them so I could use for like different things. And even if I wanted to fill one with dirt, soil, and grow something in, I could do that. Or just like, there's like 101 different things I could use it for. But I just have it on my patio, and actually some of my soil is in one of them. But I did go through my other video pretty fast, and I'm just gonna check and make sure that I went over everything. Also, I did try this little hack where you get the water bottle, turn it upside down, and do this. And I did have seedlings grown in here, and I just transferred them into my grow bag during the summertime. So that's mostly what I use this for. I just start my seedlings here, and when they get big enough, I just transplant them into my grow bag. So I have like 2 of those along with other little planters on my patio, and I just have like random jars. I don't know if you can see it, like pick a jar and a different other jar. I don't know how I missed. Okay, there it is. So I got some jars there. And I think I pretty much went over everything. But on my journey, like I say, I did start around like 2018, 2017. It probably was close to 2017. I started like watching YouTube videos, and I wanted to get like more into like gardening and just like plants in general. And I started off my journey with a aloe vera plant. And basically, I just have like small goals. So my goal was just to like see how long I could keep it alive, and to just like learn like how often I need to water, just learn how to take care of it in general. So that was my goal, and I did. I believe I kept mine alive for like 6 months to a year. So those were like my first plant, and I think I did pretty good with that one. And it encouraged me to do like more things. And after that, sometime around after that plant, I did started just like watching YouTube videos, learning how to grow vegetables and how to start a garden. And then around, I think like 2018, I actually found Lead Farmer 73. That's when I started watching his channel, and he was doing like a bunch of stuff that I, was interested in, like as far as bees, canning, and other things, preserving food, and all that good stuff. So I started watching like more of his videos, and he probably was like one of the first YouTubers that I subscribed to. Because before then I did have cable, and then like recently around that time I had internet but no cable. So YouTube was like kind of my TV, which it is now. So I am on YouTube all the time. It's like my television. So while I'm working around the house cleaning, I just like put a YouTube video, find a person a YouTuber that I like, and I just kind of sit and watch their videos. And sometimes, it'll just automatically go to another person or whatever. And that's how I find some of my YouTubers. And sometimes I find YouTubers because, like, watching the Lead Farmer 73, I found the other bunch of YouTubers that way that I watch, because like watching his lives, they come on and talk, or just like in the chat, it'll be someone that I might see like 5 videos in a row or something, and I'll be like, let me go check out their channel. Or they may have like something nice to add or say to the topic, and like if I'm interested in what they're saying or talking about, if I like, what they're talking about, or their input or tip or whatever, I'll go to their channel and check them out. So that's one way that I found different YouTubers. And like I say, sometimes I'm watching one video, and but after it ends, it'll automatically just randomly pick a video for you. And that's how I found some other people that I watch on YouTube as well. But sorry, I have to check something. Someone was at the front door. But like I say, I'm not an expert at gardening or anything, but basically while I have the time, I am still kind of trying to learning things. So like for instance, I'm trying to, as you can see, plants that are already alive, I'm trying to, like, from the grocery store, like learn to regrow them, plus keep them alive and have like a more of a longevity toward my vegetables that I buy. So like as I was saying, I do have my green onion here. This is from last week. So I just put it, I already has soil in a pot, so I just kind of made a little hole, stuck them in there. And I have done that before, so I already know as far as the watering schedule, how often I need to water them. And then the celery, I've done that, like regrowing celery. I've done it before. I didn't have much success, but I've done it like more than once before. So that's like about a week old. So even like I said, even like in a grid down lockdown situation, even if you just learn how to regrow something, keep something alive, because as far as trading and bartering, like somebody else might have a garden or grow food and give you a fresh vegetable. Like for instance, they may have a whole bunch of green onions, and you might could trade the green onions for something. So long as you know, if you had practiced before, or kind of know how to keep the, keep it alive a little longer, then it'll help you out. And even like the celery, just like trying to regrow that, somebody may give you one celery stalk, that may be all that they have. And so you might be able to grow enough food just to make a little soup or something, and add it to like a pot of beans or stew, just to give it just to like spice and jazz it up a little bit. And so that's my thing. So even if I fail in over and over again, it's just like as you fail, you learn. So like I said, because when I started off, I was having trouble like keeping my seedlings alive. I know it sounds like something like very small, but it is a big accomplishment for me, because I was not able to keep my seedlings alive. I couldn't figure out like the good watering technique or schedule, or however, whatever I need to do to keep them alive. So I'm finally at that point to like know consistently how to keep my seedlings alive. So I know probably people that haven't tried to grow anything, you're probably like, oh, well, that's nothing. But like once you actually try it, then you realize like sometimes it's not always as easy as you think that it might be. But like that's the purpose of me just keep trying and trying. It's just like even for different vegetables, sometimes the watering schedule can be like different, and just depending on your climate, because like someone in a colder climate, they may, or less humid environment, they may get away with watering their plant once a week, but you may have to water yours 2 or 3 times a week. So it's just like best to like practice that way in your climate, and even for like different times of the year. Because like this summer, I got to a point where like almost every day I had to water my seedlings and plants to keep them from just being like hot, even though they were not directly in the sun. Like my dirt was like drying out faster than usual, because like prior to, I know about like, oh, okay, I can water these like twice a week minimum and I'm good. But it's like sometimes at one point, it's just like hot upon hot, with no rain and no letting up of the humidity. I have to at least come out, even just like a little bit of water. I have to like come out and do it every day at one point. And then as it like cooled off and sometimes it rained, then I could like lessen up and go back to 2 or 3 days. So just as like the weather change, you kind of want to fluctuate with your weather and temperature and humidity. So that's what I'm doing right now. Even if I never produce, like this summer I didn't produce anything, and like I said, I have before in the past, and I kept getting like a lot of flowers, but just like as far as the fertilization, I couldn't get anything. Even though like with my tomato plant and my bell pepper plants, I did use like the Q-tip method, and that didn't even like help me. So I would come out like, one day I was coming out like every day for like 1 week, and then another week I would just start coming out 2 or 3 times a week, but like nothing really happened. So I did like look around, and a bunch of people were saying it's just like too hot. Like plants are like smart enough to know it's not the optimal environment for anything to survive. So just like on their own, they may just like turn off the reproductive. They may not produce anything like on purpose, because they know like it's no use to putting the energy and effort into like trying to produce a fruit, because it's not gonna survive. So they just kind of go into like survival mode, and they just try to survive. So I guess like the same as humans. So make sense, because you're not gonna try to like have a baby and try to nourish yourself plus a baby if you know like, okay, I'm living on the street and I don't have income and I have to like beg people for money for food to eat and I'm not even eating every day, then I know that I'm not going to be able to provide for my own child. So I guess kind of like this scenario is what the plants are doing. They're knowing that it's not the optimal environment for them to produce anything, so they just don't. And I don't know. I think that's about it. I didn't plan on this video being that long. I was trying to do a quick tour of my patio garden and everything else that I have on my garden. Like again, just to show you, I'm not just coming over here just to like make videos and just to put stuff out. It's just like to add, hopefully add some useful tips and ideas, and just show you that you know you can do it on any budget, and it doesn't have to be, like I said again, it doesn't always have to be on a large scale. So even if you're just, like I said, even if you just want to start now, just learn how to just keep, like I said, even if you want to do the thing like you go this, just say for this month you just want to go and buy some some green onions, and you just want to try to keep them a month. Just say your goal is to keep them alive for a month, so you could like work on that, have that as the goal, and each time you fail, just learn what you did wrong and just keep trying until you get to that goal. Just say like now maybe you only kept it alive for 1 week, you weren't watered enough, so just say you make a little note, say okay, I'm just watering it I only watered it once this week, so maybe I didn't water it enough. So like the next time you go, you try to buy green onions again, and just be like, okay, instead of 1 time, I'm gonna water it 2 times a week. And if it failed again, then you can say, oh well, maybe I need to do it 3 times a week, like every other day. And then once you get to your goal of 1 month, then maybe you can move your goal to like 2 months. So even though that's like I said, it may seem like something small, but it could be useful in like emergency situation and like another like lockdown, grid down situation where you might have went to the grocery store this week, but now you can't leave your home. So whatever you have at vegetables that are at your house, that's all that you have. So at least if you know, oh, okay, well I do have green onions, I know how to keep them alive for 2 months. Like, hey, that's one thing. So after you learn how to do that, then maybe you can move on to a different kind of vegetable. So that's what I'm saying. You just start on a small scale and you just like build up on that. Because like I said, if you learn how to do the green onion and just say the most you can keep it alive is 3 months, then hey, then you move on. Like I said, you can try the celery, see how long you can keep that alive. And then guess what? You have the green onion and you have the celery. And just say you try, you go and buy like some basil or some other kind of herb. Then guess what? You almost have like enough stuff to make kind of like to add and make a stew. So you have some vegetables, you have your green onion, you'll have your celery, and you'll have like basil. So like that along with like whatever you already have, you can add a little chicken or a little canned potatoes and make you like a little stew. So just long as you just keep adding to your skill and just keep building up, then eventually you'll just like have enough knowledge to be able to do something with it. Because even like in a different situation, just say, hey, I don't know how to keep my seedlings alive longer than a month. Then guess what? You can just like sell little startlings or seedlings. Or even like I said, in a gear down situation, if you have a whole stockpile of seeds, then like that's your ticket to trade and bartering. Or you can get with a different family member that's more advanced in the garden level and just say, well, hey, I don't really know much of how to garden. All I know is how to keep seedlings alive for a month. So I can start them off, and you know, when you get closer to the month, then you come and take them off and do the next step. So like even that little bit knowledge can like take you a long way. And like I say, even if something happens and you can't find work, that's another way of income. You can do seedlings and start it off, because it might be another person, they may can only keep seedlings alive for a week, so they might want to have a month-old, 6-week-old seedling or plant. to buy. So this video again is 20 minutes, so I just wanted to give like a little tips for anyone that's trying to figure out or don't see the use and keep doing it and keep trying and keep failing. But it's just like at the end of the day, just keep going, and then eventually if you learn from your mistakes or learn what you're doing wrong, you eventually will pick up on how to do whatever you need to do the right way, just like as anything else in life. But thanks for joining, and hopefully I will be able to upload this video also. See you soon.